you. So, as usual, we can start with Zendu, where last week we completed all the changes related to the pull request that was introducing improvements to the build system. So the code is now ready for the first iteration of code review, and that is currently in progress. Moreover, last week we continued working on the design extension in order to manage in a more efficient way those sessions whose use case don't require the ceasing functionality. And last week, in particular, we completed a very detailed analysis on the specific changes that are required for a couple of approaches that we have identified and that we are discussing and evaluating. And these, for sure, will help us during the implementation phase, but also obviously to choose the more efficient one. And currently, the approach that seems more interesting for our proposals seems to be the variable epoch length. This is still to be fully evaluated. So, we are introducing these the possibility to have for let me say non-ceasing sessions, so semi-decentralized sessions. Let's say an epoch length that can be variable, and this is possible because for this kind of use cases we don't have the ceasing functionality, the main chain backward transfer request that is important for the fully decentralized use cases, and also for preventing data availability attacks that in case of semi decentralized sessions we are not covering. So still two possible options, but one of them seems to be more interesting. Keep going, detailing it. Okay, now switching to the SDK, in particular for Blaze. Last week we were able to achieve many different things, and speaking more in details, we implemented the wallet secrets import-export functionality and also worked to enable the authorization for wallet endpoints. This development is complete, and the first level of review is started. Something else we implemented last week are the changes related to the forger transactions filtering strategy. Sorting by fee rate instead of fee. And this implementation is complete too. And also here we are now doing the code reviewing activities. Then, always related to Blaze, we started implementing some specific mempool improvements, and in particular, something we added is the maximum size limit with the automatic cleanup strategy per fee rate. So, if the mempool reach the limit, the cleanup is performed using this strategy. And this is currently in progress, and we are targeting this week for the completion of the related changes. Last point, we also implemented an optimization for the certificate submitter and the API for general improvements during the node sync up with the network. And also this item is under review now. This was everything for Blaze. On the other hand, for what regards the EVM sidechain, we performed all the code reviews related to the several developments that had been achieved in the previous couple of weeks that I mentioned in the previous Weekly Insiders. And in particular, for what regards the StateDB, the code review activities were completed and the code is merged. During the code review process, some additional changes were also introduced, like snapshots, rollbacks, and interface updates. And this part is very important because it is managing how we're, let me say, keeping the state, how we're able to, let's say, persist the state in the account-based model, and this is also exposed to the Java layer that is able to access the storage and save the data. And this is very important for the custom implementation, like the forger stake and so on. Okay, going on. Additionally, we have been working on many other elements, like just to name a few. We started testing the RPC server with MetaMask, but on this, Victor is going to provide more updates. And we added the support of both legacy and EIP 1559 Ethereum transaction. And we have been working on message processors where the main part of the forging stake delegation and withdrawal request are already done, and while the EVM execution processor is currently in progress. And we will keep you posted on this. Okay, these were the main points for today. Back to you. Thank you.